And you've got to work fairly fast with this stuff so you can get a bit of a slide going. Yep, that'll be good. Yeah, looking for witness marks. Here's my witness marks. I'll set him up again, line up my witness marks. We know it's pretty square. Once they're in perfect alignment, and it's got to go in a bit. Perfect alignment, then I can put my screws in. And we have two types of mechanical joint. So we've got the screw, mechanical, and then we've got the glue, which is the mechanical. The screw's mechanical, glue's chemical. Now, they reckon that the glue is 10 times stronger than a nail. And that's really awesome news for somebody like me. But I do both because I don't want it to fall apart. So let's have a look how we're going here. Nice. Nice and solid, nice and rigid. So I'm very happy with that. Now we've sanded the bottom. What I want to do now is give it a wipe down, give it a brush. Where's my brush? My brush is here somewhere. My brush. My kingdom for a brush. No brush. There's my brush. We found the brush and I got to keep my kingdom. Okay, so nice and smooth now. I could probably go up a grade on the grit, but all I'm going to do now is I bought this product. It's called Master Touch. It's a wax. It's a carnauba wax. It's natural, so it's not stained. So I'm just going to put some wax on it so it smoothly slides across my bench. Doesn't dig in and gives me a lot less friction. And what it will do is it will also give the sled a little bit of longevity. Okay, a nice clean rag, a mesh rag. And just pad some of this on. It smells great, this stuff too, I really like it. So mainly around my sled, my rails, because I want them to go nicely. Stay nice and slippery. I'm probably using too much. Probably you seasoned woodworkers out there are swallowing your tongue at the moment because you think I'm using too much, and I probably am. I'll probably be all over my table saw. And that's what learning's all about, isn't it? Get in here, nice even coat. Just to help that slide. That's all it takes. Really nice finish, quite smooth. I'll let that dry for, I don't know, a minute or two, and then I'll buff it off, take the excess off, because I don't want the excess just building up on the table saw. Gives it a nice finish too. So you might want to put a heavier finish on yours. It's very thirsty work, this. Dry ginger. So now I'm just going to buff it up. Give it a buff. Take the excess off. see how that slides on the table saw. Absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure. So there you go. We're almost ready to run our first cut through the sled. Now, bearing in mind I've got to break all these edges and I'm going to use various methods for that. I've got an electric planer that I'm going to give a crack. I'm just going to smooth these out, but it's very, very basic. You could scroll saw these. You could use your bandsaw and trim them up and do that, but I might do that on the next one, make it quite ornate. But at the moment I'm just getting used to this, so the higher my fingers are away from that blade, the absolute better that is. Okay, I am now going to square up the blade to my first cut. So first I'm going to bring it to the edge. Okay. I am going to turn on the saw. I'm going to raise the saw up in the middle until it just breaks that surface by about an inch. Right, and then I'm going to get my square and I'm going to loosen the screw on one end and I'm going to move it around until it's perfectly square. That's for another episode. Before we go, there's a few more steps in this, but before we go, we've got some tool reviews to do and some lessons learned. Okay, so I'll see you back at the bench then. So a few things that I've learned. Before I screwed my front and back on, I should have broken those edges, sanded them and rounded them off. I do have a router and I've got a router table coming. That was one of this week's purchases. I was on our Gumtree, our local Gumtree, or you guys in the States might know that as Craigslist, and I bought myself a router table so I can mount my router from underneath and do some profiling work and not be so, well, let's be frank, damn scared of the thing. Anyway, it's just a milling machine that you hold in your hands. My son-in-law told me last night, so that made me feel a little bit better. So I could have done that. I could have profiled it all and sanded it all before I joined them up. And I'll do that on the next one. Another thing I've learned is the camera work required to set YouTube videos up is pretty full on. So hopefully with the help of my beautiful wife, we'll get this better and better and better to the point where you guys are actually enjoying it. A couple of product reviews. Last time we did a video, I was wearing my reading glasses, chemist reading glasses. And when I reviewed it, I thought, wow, you're not wearing safety glasses. So I got my trusty safety glasses out, but these are a little bit different because they're from a company called Vision Safe, and they're readers. I don't know if you can see that, but right at the bottom, they have my prescription 2.5 in the bottom. They make these in clear and they make them in smoke. So I can see you, and when I'm doing my close work, I can see them. The best part is you don't have to pay $300 for a pair of prescription safety glasses, probably more. These are like between $10 and $14. So you can actually have them in the shed, in your bag, whenever you're going to work. So for us guys maturing in age, that's probably a good option for maintaining your safety levels for your eyes. Okay, that's one product then. So just to recap, my sander, Makita, I'm going to put my glasses on, Makita M9204, it's got a little catch-all, great unit, fantastic, it feels good to the hand, and you can buy the stick-on pieces pretty much anywhere you want to go. So really good buy, and I think, I can't remember the price, but it was all really, really reasonable compared to the heavy industrial ones. So that's it for this episode of the Crosscut Sled. Send me your comments. I'd really be glad to read them, and thank you so much for those of you that have already sent your comments in. It's really encouraging, and it's been fun doing, and we'll keep going on this. A few more things that we're working on in the shop, and I'll bring you those in future episodes. One's the light, the drain pipe, the plumbing light that we're building, and a few other episodes. So stay tuned. You've been on the bench with Max.